What's good, Lakers family, and welcome back to the Lakers Corner, where we talk all things Lakers. As always, I'm your host, John. Very happy to be here, man. Today is Saturday, March 28th, and we got a real special guest with us today, man. When I say real special, I mean real special. Like, not only is he a diehard Lakers fan, not only is he at every Lakers game, but most importantly, a great friend of mine, man. We got Asaad in the building, man. My boy Asaad, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. Happy Saturday to you and every Laker fan out there. Things are looking good. Feeling blessed. Hoping everybody has a great weekend. Ready to get into it. Discuss the game that I was at yesterday. This felt like almost 84 years since we played at the home stadium. So blessed to be back.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. It did feel like a long time, but hey, that road trip was real successful for us, man. 9-1 in that road trip. You gotta love it. And before we do get into the show, I do want to let everybody know. Make sure y'all go check out Asad on Instagram. Big time, on Instagram is at the Lakers, the Laker Banker. Make sure y'all go check them out. Everything will be linked in the description down below. But let's go ahead and just get straight into it. That's what we like to do over here. And I want to talk about some news that we seen last week here, and that's Luka Doncic being named the Western Conference Player of the Week. I mean, if you look at the numbers, it makes perfect sense why. 42 points per game, damn near 7 rebounds, so 6.8 rebounds and 6.3 assists. Playing on absolute another level. If this isn't what an MVP looks like, Asaad, I need someone to show me what an MVP looks like, because this is it right here. Talk to me about how you feel about Luka getting named that.
So, man, as you know, I'm born and raised in Inglewood,
Yeah.
LA. I've seen what happened to Kobe. Every day, dog, I keep every day I keep tagging Candace Parker on X, and I'm like, her quote from ESPN: "Don't Kobe Luka, don't Kobe Luka," and that's what we're seeing is happening, and it's devastating. However, we're used to it as Laker fans. It comes with the territory, but not saying that he wasn't short sold in Dallas too. I think he was MVP that year too, but I mean, now it's just like, you have him putting him in the back burner. And then on top of that, now you have probably the most envied franchise in all of the league.
Mhm.
So I mean, I think it was somebody who just dropped an article, about how the Lakers just never get MVP votes. Like they have had the top tier players and they just can't secure the votes. So I don't know what it is. I don't want to get into conspiracies or whatnot. I'm happy we're winning. I know the end goal, but MVP is like I'm fighting for that every day for Luka, and I think every Laker fan, every diehard Luka fan, is going ham. We don't want to see that. I mean, he's contributed more in years and points, everything. To give it to Wemby, I think DPOY is completely fine, but
Yep.
to also give him MVP when Luka's been contributing for years like this, that's devastating. That's heartbreaking to me personally.
100%, 100%. And also another thing is, when we look at basketball, when we watch a basketball game, we all know that not all buckets are created equally. The buckets that Luka Doncic are getting, they're on a whole other level of difficulty when we look
Bro.
at, versus a Wimby, or even versus like a Shea, right? Because when you look at the MVP ladder right now, Wimby's number 1, Shea's number 2. Jokic is number 3, and somehow, some way, Luka Doncic is number 4, even though he's averaging more points than all of these guys, even though that only Shea and Wimby are higher in the standings than him. So, I mean, I'm to the
Yeah.
point where, if Luka doesn't win MVP this season, and, like you said, Asada, I think it's clear that it's something deeper than what we're seeing being seen presented on the
Yeah.
court.
I'm really curious to hear ESPN today on Monday because I want to know. So Luca had a decent 3-point shooting night the past few games
Mhm.
away, but he shot 50% yesterday, 5 for 10. So and Shea went 0 for 10.
Mhm.
So I'm curious to hear what they got to say. Like I've been watching it every day because it seems to be going up and down.
Yeah.
They're just changing their narratives. They just haven't given Luca his flowers though. It's either Wemby, Shea, Nicola. I mean, Cade, Jalen. I mean, we've heard everybody get
Everyone
their
except
flowers
him.
over Luca. So yeah, it's
Uh,
just like at this point, I just want to hear the narrative. I want to hear what they got to say about 8 for 24, 0 for 10 from the three, and a 40 piece from Luca, 5 for 10 over. I think what 60% from the field too. Like, come
yep.
on, bro. I can't. I'm sorry, man. I don't want to get emotional on this, but like,
Do it, brother.
you haven't seen anything like that since like. I mean, it's nuts, bro. It's just nuts. Now, well, at least now, like, who real hoop heads are. You could really catch
Real
them
shit.
out by this, or So, I mean, fingers crossed, man. I'm praying for it. The basketball gods do right by us, do right by Luca because I mean he deserves it, man. He deserves it.
He absolutely deserves it, brother. The way he's been playing, definitely MVP level. And what I will say is that the second Luka Doncic got traded to the Lakers, I did put out a tweet saying, "Be careful, y'all. Luka gonna get in shape, and he gonna be the best Luka y'all ever seen." And that's exactly what's happening right here, man.
Hey, 100%. To be honest, man, the way it's looking, I think
Uh-huh.
he's just going into his peak. The
Real
way it's
talk.
looking, like he is, I'm feeling like his peak is the next 4 to 5 years. He's gonna have
Absolutely.
insane numbers. He's gonna look his best he's ever looked. I mean, it's gonna be, we'll see, man. I'm hopeful, but at this point, I think MVP is it's we have justification to argue about it, to complain about it, because like Candace Parker said, don't Kobe Luca, and that's exactly what they're doing, man.
That's
So
what they're doing.
it's devastating, and it's demoralizing too, to the players, to the sport, to the fans, to like, it's just like a bad refereed game. Like, it's demoralizing, and you don't want to turn off fans, especially when we're expanding right now. The NBA is trying to expand, bring in more people. So, you want to play it right. Right now the league, I think, is at the highest ratings it's been in over many years.
Mhm.
So, I don't want to take credit saying that Luca coming to LA is that, but there's Wemby, there's a lot of good things. Just don't mess it up, in my opinion. I think right now you have the perfect setup. Clutch player of the year, SGA, DPOY, Wemby, MVP Luca. Everybody gets their flowers. Everybody's good. Wemby's what, second year, right? Or third?
Yep.
I don't even know. Yeah.
Third
So
year.
I mean, he's next year, bro. It's all him.
It's
Let's
all
have a
him.
real race. It's all, but like, I mean, don't do that to me personally. That's a slap in the face.
Yeah.
Like
No.
last year, bro was arguably like half of the people. What was his name? Timothy Legler had him number
Okay.
one
Yep.
last year,
Mhm.
and now this year he's backtracking. He's like, I'm undecided. I don't know what if it has to do with the Lakers or whatnot, but it's just nobody has him number one. I don't think I've heard any
Crazy.
single person have him number one. So I mean, I'm gonna be down there by the tunnels. If I see anybody with the vote, I'm gonna straight up dead ass. I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna say, hey, just to be honest, like, who's your number one right now?
Yeah.
So
No,
we'll
real
see.
talk.
We'll see what happens, man. But yeah, it's no joke for me. I'm really, he deserves it. I haven't been in love with the game like this since Kobe.
I remember you told
So,
me that. I
you see the
remember.
pictures, you see this, like, this ain't no joke for us, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real love. No, that's real love, brother.
Yeah.
And that's why we love you around here so much, brother. Because you
Hey.
bring that real passion to the game. So okay. And then
Yeah.
last thing what I will say on this is Asad, the fact that nobody is, putting Luka number one, but he's still leading the league in scoring, like leading the league in so many categories. And again, also
It's
like when we
nuts.
look at MVP, like if you break it down, it's the most valuable player. Take Luka Doncic out of that Lakers team. That Lakers team is a playing team, if that, yeah, a playing team, if that.
100%.
So that means that Luka Doncic then is bringing so much value that we're going from a
Yeah.
potentially playing team to a third seed in the Western Conference. Are we serious? That is the definition of value right there. So then I kind of want to ask you, like,
Yeah.
if that's the case, right? What do you, how much of it do you think plays a factor? The fact that he's a Laker. Like, do you think if he's doing this on another team,
Yeah.
he's number one?
Personally, I think if he was doing these numbers and he was still on Dallas, I think he would be argued as number one. Just like that's why I put up that that analogy about Timothy
Yeah.
Legler saying he was number one last year, and then everybody's bringing that up saying Timothy has him number one, and he comes out and says, "No, I debunked that. That was from last year, and this year I'm undecided." But Luka, I think he's outperforming his numbers from last year, especially, here's the biggest part, defensively.
Right.
You dudes have been talking about defense, bro. He's a defensive prodigy this year. Like, I mean, and then the what you bring up is really dope, because I just saw a graphic, I think, like earlier this morning, talking about the team standings without their star player,
Mm-hmm.
like SGA, Nicola, everybody's team standings. Without Luca, we're 6-6. We're garbage. So if they want to bring that narrative about, oh, standings and team and all that, bro, look at that. I'll send you that graphic too, John.
Yep.
Like, you check it out and you post it up. But it literally shows that Luca is the most, like, if without him, like, he's our most valuable player. He's the most valuable player, because without him, we're 6-6. We'll be a under 500 team. Probably, I mean, we might not even, we might be like 9-10 in play in like playing,
Real
to be
talk.
honest.
Real
I
talk.
mean, yeah, and I don't want to, like, shout out to Dallas. Actually, I just took my sister there in town, in LA, from Dallas. I took them to the game, my
Okay.
nieces and nephews. So we were in there deep. They were happy. But I think Luka's been like he's been short-sighted there. However, I think it's escalated obviously because we are the most envious franchise. I mean, not only that we got beautiful weather out here nonstop. Luka's out here. He's probably riding his e-bike on the bike pad like a mile
Right
down
now.
right now, dead ass. So nobody's gonna be. I mean, I love Dallas. I think it's a beautiful city too. I go there twice a year. It's awesome, but it's just he wasn't. It's like Windhorst said this on the last ESPN NBA Today, where he plays for the most high profile team.
Mhm.
He said the Lakers are the most high profile team. So given that, we've obviously got hate. We got the richest owner who's right up the street trying to steal our market share. Dude's got money. He's Adam Silver's best friend. He's nonstop trying to come for our market share. So, it's not unbelievable to assume that, hey, there's just an agenda that really does not favor the best player in the league. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, like, I can just say that I'm not crashing out as I would because I've experienced it with Kobe.
Yeah.
So otherwise, otherwise, I don't know, man. I might be
Otherwise,
protesting. NBA Players Association office is right up the street. I might be out there protesting, bro. Like, next thing you know, bro,
yeah,
like,
we're
but
spot up there with some sticks.
I'm
Just
straight up like Luka MVP. Don't Kobe Luka. Candace
that's hella
Parker.
funny. That is
Yeah.
hella funny, Asada. All right, man.
Uh,
Well, I'm right there with you,
yeah.
man. And for everybody out there listening at home, y'all let us know. Like, are y'all with us? Like, do y'all agree that Luca should
Please.
be number one? I mean, I feel like it'd be a hard case to not have him there at number one. But
Yeah.
let's keep it pushing to Asad. Let's get to our
Yeah.
games,
Yes, sir.
game recaps of the week. First game that we
Yeah.
seen was on the 23rd. The Lakers, we lost to the Pistons 113-110. This was the
Yeah.
game that snapped that 9-game win streak for us. First quarter was a Luka Doncic masterclass. He had 17
Yeah.
of our 27 points. Second quarter, offense stalled out a little bit. Third quarter, we went on that huge 28-8 run to get right back into the game. Fourth quarter, the game came down to the wire. I remember AR had scored to make it 110-109, and then Jenkins had went right to score, making it
Yeah.
111-110. Pistons up by one. Luka tries to go for
Luka
that
misses
step
the
back,
three. Yeah.
miss, and then we had to foul. They hit two free throws. They end up winning
Mhm.
113, 110. But the thing that I kind of want to touch on with this game is the fact of, when Luka, so when
Yeah.
Jenkins came down and hit that shot to put him up 111, 110, the Pistons were up by one, and then Luka tried to hit that step back and missed. We fouled, right? And then they hit the two free throws. They had 113. We had 110. There were 7 seconds left. And my
Mhm.
issue was the fact that we went to a Luka Doncic dribble, 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 take a highly contested turnaround shot. He missed it when we had 7 seconds left. And the reason why I have such a problem with this
Yeah.
is because just the game before, the game against the Magic, the game that we won, right before the Pistons game, JJ Redick drew up two great ATOs. One that got
Yeah.
LeBron that open look. LeBron ended up, getting fouled by Paulo or whatever it was. So ball went out. And then the
Mm.
next one, he drew up an ATO for Luke Kennard to get a wide open look. So that means that we have the ability to drop ATOs. And mind you, they did that with 0.9 seconds. We had 7 seconds on the game clock in that Detroit game, and we drew up Luka Doncic dribble, 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 take highly contested shot. That's my
Bro,
problem.
I feel you. So I was thinking that at first too, and I looked into the play more. So I don't know if you saw that when Braun passed it in, it got tipped a little bit.
Okay.
It got tipped a little bit. That's why it didn't land into Luka's hands. But I think that was the exact
Mm.
same Luke Kennard play. It was just opposite side. It was
Ah.
grown up for Luka. That's what it looked like to me after I looked at it. But the reason why it wasn't it landed in Luka's hands over,
Mhm.
I think it was Maxi Kleba,
Yeah.
is because the defender on Braun tipped it. So you could barely
Mm.
see it. So that's why it landed like right into Maxi Kleber's space. And then Luka, luckily he got it back. So
Yeah.
that I was happy with that. I was like, if there's anybody who could take this shot and make it, it's him.
Mhm.
But that was the case. However, I was more concerned. I don't know. Did we saved our we didn't he didn't call challenges in that game until
Into the
that's
end. Yeah.
that's what I really feel really kind of set things off and kind of turn the momentum because we were doing pretty well that game. But I feel like not calling a challenge like in the game when it's something so blatant as a foul that LeBron got on his
Mhm.
arm,
Yeah.
like that's demoralizing too, and that obviously gives confidence to the refs that, hey, we're in control of this game. So JJ, that's coaching staff I think really needed to kind of step in and let them know like, hey, we're seeing what you guys are doing, man. Don't short side us either.
Yeah.
So that's because that game was winnable in my opinion, very easily winnable. That last play, obviously, I wish it didn't get slightly tipped. However, I'm happy. Like they're what, number one, number two still in the East, or
What?
even though
Well,
Cade's not there.
yeah, there are. Let me tell you right now, they're still number
Yeah.
one. Yeah, still sitting at number
They're
one
still
in the
number
East.
one. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
K's not there. I'm gonna say this. I was right there sitting in like row C or row B when
Uh-huh.
they played here in LA. And with Cade, they look pretty scary, man.
Yeah.
With
No,
Cade,
Kate
they
is.
look pretty scary. So, I'm not too worried about that. Their Eastern Conference team. I'm more worried about the Western Conference stuff. But that game in itself is something that the team's gonna learn from. And
Yeah.
I think, they're gonna do it right. But yeah, like if you get a chance, take a look at that last play, because had it gone had it gone right into Luka's hands and
Mhm.
he pulled up for it, I think he could have. We'll never know. But I,
Yeah.
I think I think it was just that play. Literally, it felt like the same play that they drew up for Luke Kennard for the game winner the previous game, except this time it was for Luka to shoot. And literally that little tip, I recognized it like probably 2 hours after, and I saw that
That's tough.
the defender actually tipped it with LeBron going inbounds and it landed in Maxi's space. And luckily, Luka still got it. That's what I was really proud about. I was happy with that still. So
I gotta
it's
check that out.
it's an
Yeah.
outlier.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let it throw down 12 of 13. What are we right now? 11 to 12 or something?
Yeah. I mean, the
Not
last
silly.
10 games were 9-1. So, and that's in the
Yeah.
last 10 games. So,
Yeah. And
no,
we were 3-0 before that one. Yeah, we were doing pretty well before that long stretch too. But no, it's good, man. I'm looking forward to the back to back too, because now Luca's gonna have his suspension on Monday,
suspension.
which
Yeah.
is the worst team in the league. No offense, Washington. But
Just being real.
yes, Cavaliers is an important one for us too. That they could
Absolutely.
hypothetically, in my opinion, they have a very good shot at making the finals possibly too. So, that's
Absolutely.
something we want to take serious. And then obviously it's a statement game for Braun.
Hmm.
He's probably gonna have his whole, city watching and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think that one's gonna be big. But
A-
yeah, yeah, we can move on
And
to the next game too. It was
yeah,
great,
no,
great,
that's
great, great away stretch.
that no that is that's perfect, and I think that a great transition to the next game is the fact that, like, we had that frustrating loss in
Yeah,
Detroit, but and then Lakers respond with a huge offensive night against Indiana. Granted, Indiana's one of the worst teams in the league, but still Lakers put up
yeah,
137, beating them 137-130. Once again, Asaad, no doubt, Luka Doncic masterclass in the first quarter. He had 21 points of our
yeah,
45 points in that first quarter. And then in the second quarter, the Pacers had outscored us 31-30. Third quarter, everything really changed. That's when the Lakers defense really locked in,
yeah,
forced the Pacers into 6 turnovers in that third quarter. And then offensively, it wasn't a one-man show. Luka had 43, AR had 25, Braun had 23. Big shout out to Jackson Hayes, man, 21, and has just been wildly improving as a player within his role, protecting the rim. There are some nights, and I mean, Asadi, you see this firsthand being at the games, where it's clear that Jackson Hayes is a better option to be out there than DeAndre Ayton. It's just clear. And then you'll see even in the
yeah,
minutes, Jackson Hayes is supposed to, backup big, is now getting more minutes and more burn. And in late game situations, and then we see DeAndre Ayton on the bench. So I mean, for me, the biggest takeaway for this game was just, if we play that elite defense that we played in that third quarter, it changes everything for us. Our offense will come so much easier because the elite defense we're playing. We're getting out buckets on the other end, getting in transition. And truthfully, Asad, I think that the reason why we even went 9-1 on that road trip was because of our defense. So for me, biggest
oh,
takeaway is just like,
100%.
this
Yeah.
is the fucking defense that we need to have come playoffs. Talk to me how you feel about this game.
And shout out Marcus Smart, brother. We miss you. Come
Yes.
back, boy. We need you. You
Yes.
you hold it down. You are the defensive anchor of this squad. So it's all mindset, man. Like they've been shifting it up. Like the stretch I've seen defensively, this is where we should have been at from the start of the season. I think, I think we're gonna carry it on to the start of next season, but it's looking good right now. I mean, we're gonna shock a lot of people in the playoffs if we keep this up, because we've been short sighted the whole season. I mean, so I'm really happy. I do got to say congratulations, Jackson, on your first 20, first 20-point double double.
Yep.
Big news, because he's from out here. He's in the valley. He's been out here for a cool minute, and he's a homie. So I do love seeing that. I'm impartial about who starts, who gets minutes and stuff on the big end. I still feel like I want DeAndre Ayton to get some support. like another big in there, I think
Mhm.
like if you throw Maxi in there with DeAndre Ayton, we're gonna see some really serious stuff, or even Jackson Hayes. I don't mind, but if we have another big in there to give DeAndre a little bit of freedom, like I think we'll start seeing some big double nights from him, in my opinion. But in my opinion, it's just like when Kobe had Powell and Bynum. He's more of a
Yeah.
finesse guy. He's like Powell. You gotta. I mean, I'm not saying I want Luka to run him over like Kobe did Powell, to get him going. But I'm just saying that's what I get. I've talked to him firsthand at the tunnel. He's a dope cat. He's a dope guy. I love him. I do want him starting just because he was the first pick, and he's showing motivation that like like he's not giving us problems. Like he's not giving the bench, not giving the coaching staff. Like he's motivated to still continue. So
Yeah.
look, if he goes in there, he starts the game a couple minutes, and we get Jackson to finish it off. I don't care who starts or nothing like that. I love Jackson getting more minutes. I would like to see DeAndre just get some support because I think he'll have huge games if
Mhm.
there's another big on the floor with him. But I mean, Jackson's killing it. I love it,
Yeah.
bro. He's gonna go out to Eurobasket, start smashing people up over there. I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
he's amazing, and he's just, as long as he stays healthy, there's sky's the limit for him. He put on some weight too over the summer last year too because he was skinnier. So I think that's gonna continue. I think with Braun around, like Luca's, you see his body the way it's consistently maintaining. He's not going through weight changes much. He's
Yep.
pretty consistent, and then Jackson is bulking up. Looks like he's keeping that consistent as well. So, I mean, I think depending on how deep we go this postseason, I mean, we might see like a Dragon Ball Z team show up next year, bro. Like these dudes are like, it's just vibes are good right now. It's been an amazing, insane season, and they're playing great. To have a stretch like that away, I feel like the home court team has the upper hand if they're gonna win the finals. Now that NBA is so competitive, so for us to have a stretch like that away, it's very reinforcing for Laker fans. I think everybody should be feeling good today. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then just real quick, when you talk about the Hayes and Aiden thing, because I
Yeah.
I agree, there are certain bigs that they play better when there's another big out there with them, because
Yeah.
then the fact of like they don't, not all the big man responsibility falls on them, and then also it allows them to play a little bit more out in the perimeter. When you tell
Yeah.
me that you want to see Jackson Hayes out there with Aiden, is that like the form of, is that like the mindset you're going to, or where you think
I
about
would
when you say
prefer
that?
Maxi. I would prefer
Okay,
Maxi.
a shooting
So I
big.
actually I would think I would like to see Maxi in power forward, to be honest, and then DeAndre Ayton and Jackson switching up center,
I like
depending
that.
on who's really got the hot hand or whatnot. But that it depends. It's case by case lineup.
Yeah,
If it's a small team lineup, so it falls on JJ and the coaching staff. Which, by the way, coach of the year in my opinion, they're doing a great job. Shout out Bo. Shout
great
out
job.
Ryan too. Team security. Love all these guys, man. They're my guys, bro. But they're doing a great job. I just think you're gonna have to, case by case. So if obviously if we see DeAndre Ayton starting and they're pounding him in the paint, they're not letting him get a board, because that's been, I think, one of our weakest points is rebounding. Is when he's the only one out there, like the other guys don't have the height. So, like I just think, and we don't want Braun to risk his body every single game like that.
Right.
So he's the only one who I can see like really supporting DeAndre in the paint, to get boards. Maybe Vando too. But I would personally, I would love to see DeAndre Ayton, Maxi Kleber. Like if we can make that happen, if we can put him in the starting lineup and just have like, like Austin, Luca, Braun, Maxi, and DeAndre.
Hmm.
I would love to see that. I'll love
Okay.
to see how that goes. No joke. I would love to see how that goes. Yeah.
Okay. No, I
Or
can
even Jackson and not DeAndre. Yeah.
yeah, no, I can absolutely respect that. Yeah, I think that having another big out there could be beneficial for DA, but I think you said it best. In my opinion, like there should be no such thing as like a set starting lineup. It's just
Yeah.
all case by case, because it's all about matchups, especially come playoffs. It's really
Right.
about who you match up with and how you match up with them, whether you need to go big, whether you need to go small, or whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Shooters out there, more perimeter. So I'm right there with you for that. But Asaad, let's get to the last game of the week. We just saw this game
Sure.
just yesterday. I know you were just there. Lakers
Yeah.
got the win against the Nets, 116-99. Lakers got out to that great start, 19-7 lead early in the game. And once again, no surprise, Luka Doncic led the way in that first quarter. In my 3 minute recap last night, I call him the first quarter bandit. That's what he is, man. The first quarter bandit.
100, yeah.
He hit his first 5 shots in that first quarter. He ended up with 14 points in that first quarter. Early in the game, we're playing some great defense, dominating the paint. We went on a little bit of a scoring drought in that second quarter. Nets came back and took the lead.
Yeah.
Third quarter was real back and forth. And then in the fourth quarter, Austin Reeves comes out. He hits 2 back-to-back threes. He gets a layup. Yeah. We end up cruising to the win. I'm pretty sure Austin Reeves had 13 points in that fourth quarter and was just huge for us. He was just huge for us. And we end up cruising to the win. Yeah. But talk to me, brother. Talk to me about, your thoughts on it. You were just there on that game yesterday.
Yeah, no, it was great. Shout out my sister's in town visiting LA. She was raised, she's from here too. So they moved to Dallas like 22 years ago. But
okay.
They were in town. I had a chance to take them. They're still in their feelings about Luka. But it was great, man. It was good. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like that we were so close the whole game. Honestly, a team like that, I don't think we should lose a 10-point lead at any point in the game. That's something, that I'm sure these guys know too. It was a competitive game though. I'm not going to lie. There were all a bunch of kids. It was spring break. Vibes were so good. Like I haven't seen the tunnel that packed. Luka signed tons of autographs. He actually signed my nephew's. I gave him my World All-Star jersey and he signed it for him.
Uncle Asaad, man.
Yeah, man. I got you. I got all my Laker fans. If you see me around, man, I'm going to try to hook y'all up. Don't be nervous to come shout at me if you see me. All right. It's all a family over here. But, the game was good, man. The game was good. I think, Luka, obviously the anchor of everything. He's amazing, man. He's just awesome. Austin, I do have to say, is that 45 million is going to be nice, man. He's killing it. I just saw that TS graphic about the most highest TS percentage in NBA history.
Wow.
Of all, like his entire career. So it's vibes are good. The game was great. Yeah, like I said, I didn't really, I wasn't happy about the lead being like we weren't in the lead like that. But it was fun. It was good. Luka, another 40-piece easy. And the thing is, like, it's so interesting to me because, like you said, first quarter bandit, bro, it's not a joke, man. This guy is doing his homework before the entire class. And literally leaving early. Like like people don't realize this. If bro wanted to, he could do this in the third and fourth quarter too. He's setting the tone for a winning game, and then he's sharing the love with everybody else. Like this is genuinely a good person playing hoops. Like a good person, like a good leader and a good person playing hoops. This is the dude I would want to play my whole life next to. Hell yeah. Get us in a winning environment, drop 20 in the first quarter, kick it, drop 8, 4, 3, whatever the next few quarters, whatever it is, but let everybody get the love and we get the W. Like it's no joke. I'm highly excited for the playoffs though, because that's when I think he's gonna come out and do some really insane stuff. But like you said, first quarter bandit, if this dude is pulling up numbers, like it's a video game to him.
Video game.
And
crazy.
And the crazy thing is, like, I want him to take more threes. Like, I don't want him taking 10 threes. I want him to take 15 to 20 threes a game. Yeah. To be honest. And he's, the beauty thing about it, and I've watched him so close, going to every game this season, is like, he's so mindful. Like, even though he's got confidence in his shot, he knows that he's got AR, he's got Luke Kennard. So he's not going to exhaust himself. Like Kobe back in the days had to exhaust himself because he didn't have that support.
Nobody.
He just knew he's like, man, nah, bro. I
gotta take this fucking shot.
That's why he exhausted himself like back in the days and he would take shots. But you know what? I was fine with that because there wasn't really anybody there. Derek Fisher wasn't around at that time. Like that was it. Luka, like you could see he's so mindful, when the night he was having he was 3 for 5, he started out, and I think he went 3 for 8. He wasn't taking any more threes. He started passing them, and then he waited to the last 2 minutes. I think that was the Pistons game, actually. So he did end up going up 3 for 10, maybe, or something like that. But he's just mindful, he looks out for the guys, and he throws it he does the best play. He's like, bro, he's like a combination of Bron and Kobe, kind of. Honestly,
real talk.
Like he's got the best of all kind of worlds. And you got to understand, he's grown up watching these guys, all of them. So he's, as a smart person, you want to just take the best from each person and put that together. So we might be seeing in my personal opinion, he might go down as one of the he might go down as the GOAT. And I don't want to start
Oh
anything
shit,
up. I
Asaad!
don't want to start anything up yet, but yeah, we'll dead. I'm telling you, bro. Like, yeah, this is not a joke, man.
Yeah,
You guys are seeing something that possibly won't ever be done again. So
that's
LeBron
real
40
talk,
point 18 Laker 40-point games, Luka's 17 now, right?
right?
Bro is
Real
not
talk.
even done with his first full year as a Laker. He's still
That's
got
what,
it's not even done. He hasn't even been a Laker for a whole season yet.
come
He's only
on,
been a
man.
Laker for a half a season last season and now like 70%, 80%. So
Come on.
and like he dropped it like nothing yesterday. He
Right?
dropped
That's it,
40
right?
points like
And
nothing.
you know
So
what's crazy?
yeah.
I do think that it's super annoying the fact that he's gonna get suspended for this next game because that's gonna like stop. It's gonna stop the record. And
And,
and again, we don't play for records. We play to win.
yeah.
But that
I don't
technical was
mind.
some BS because Zaire put. Well, I mean, Luca pushed him a little bit, but the way
I
Zaire hit him was like, come on, that's like liable to. I'm gonna smack you in the face right
it's
back.
it's it's funny because so I think there was like a foul before that interaction
Uh-huh.
happened where they both might have fell or Zaire fell or something.
Uh-huh.
At that point, the ref should have called a foul and ended up the situation should have dissolved right there.
Yep.
They didn't do their job. They let him get up. They let him talk. Luca is obviously like so. Luca was I was yelling at him early, like stop, stop, because he almost got the tech. AR came and stopped him, pulled him back before the whole Zaire situation.
Yeah.
The moment I saw Luka, I saw the replay on the thing and I saw Luka's hand just go like that. I'm like, it's double T. It's double T. I knew it. The people around me were like, damn, you called it. I was like, bro, like I'm just telling you what the refs like. They should have ended it right there when that foul happened and they should have stopped it. And pretty, the bench should have done something too because it was right there. So
Yeah.
these guys should have got involved because I mean we couldn't I'm happy that it's this game that he's getting suspended because God forbid we don't want this 16 to carry into the playoffs.
Yes.
So this was actually kind of an ideal basketball god situation. Or JJ Redick, shout out. You might just be a freaking genius, low key. If you were doing something, that's why you didn't get involved and stop it. And you were just like, yeah, let him get the tech. He'll get suspended versus the worst team. It's gonna be a blowout either way. Bronny, Kobe, Buffkin gonna get minutes. So give Luka rest. And then Cavs are a big one. So
Yeah.
Luka's gonna, I expect another 40, 50 piece. And then, Bron is gonna, get his flowers with them. And it's gonna be good. So I'm really, I'm not worried about it. Like I'm not worried. Although I will say this, the entire season being refed, I've been up there. I've seen I've cussed at the refs. Luca's cussed at the refs. Like literally, like JJ's cussed at the refs. It's been so inconsistently terrible, and that's when I feel like the Lakers high profile kicks in. That's when I
Mm.
feel like it's really important. Like I'm not too Luka is gonna get his MVP. He doesn't even care. We're gonna get a ring, one day this year maybe, but it's more bothersome is that the refs, like I think they're the ones who really make us like realize we're the Lakers.
Yeah.
Like,
No, real
yeah,
talk.
they're the ones who make us realize like, oh, we're the Lakers. Like, don't expect for this call in our favor,
Real talk.
So
And
just
on
my
top
my
of that,
opinion.
we have LeBron, which I think has literally one of the worst whistles in the NBA. And
The
what's
worst,
annoying,
the worst,
the
the
worst
worst,
whistle.
bro.
Thank you.
The
Okay,
worst whistle.
bro, because
The
what's
worst.
annoying is they're like, oh, it was marginal contact. He
No.
didn't foul you. Like you're too big. I'm like, no,
Dude,
that's a dumb. A foul is a foul. It doesn't matter if you're small or if you're big. If you are
dude.
impeding my ability to go up with a shot,
Yeah,
that is a foul. It regardless of how big or strong I am.
bro. It's so funny because I literally I was arguing with somebody on X about this too. And
Uh-huh.
I took the bracket and I took the and from NBA.com, which says even if a player slaps the ball out of the hand at the same time as the arm, that's
Yeah.
still a foul. So like, but here's the thing: when they say marginal, like if it was a normal try to hack, and it
Mhm.
came out and he hit it, these dudes are hacking him hard because he's
Hard.
strong. Like this fool is going home with bruises. Like people don't see this stuff, but I know this because I hooped for
Right
many
there.
years.
Real shit.
That's a hard foul, bro. They are coming down strong with all their weight. So like to not call that a foul, even if he would have hit the ball out, that's an aggressive play. That's why I say he has a worse whistle because the poor guy is a football player on a basketball field.
Right.
He's huge, but this is the way. This is the terrible thing about refs is this is the norm to them.
Mhm.
This is the norm to them. You got to foul LeBron that hard in order to stop him. So we're not going to call him because if you don't foul that hard, he's just going to make it and end one. So it's just it's unfortunate, man. It's it's unfortunate, but yeah, he's got the worst whistle. I've seen it firsthand, and big shout out, bro. Still going strong, and he's still going strong. So I mean, I pray the basketball gods really, really give him his flowers this year, man. I mean, I love Kobe and Luka. They're the reasons why I love basketball, but I hooped and I respect the game, more than anything. So, I'm happy he's here. I hope to God he retires here next year. We give him a retirement tour. I mean, Luka, that's Luka's favorite player. Imagine you imagine you get to play while with and sending you off your favorite player on his retirement tour. Like
That's
that's
lifetime. Yeah,
that's
lifetime memory.
fire, man. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's even if the NBA, Adam Silver and Ballmer, they want to ruin our year, they want to mess things up, they want to pay, they want to get Windhorse on their payroll, whatever it is, man. I don't care. Vibes are high in LA. Weather is good. Next year is fine. I ain't tripping. And we got Luka, dude. Like, I can go to sleep happy. I mean, you guys can throw every call, NBA. You can take Luka's MVP away. We got Luka. So I'm gonna be happy, but I want Luka to be happy too. So I'm gonna keep fighting for this award for him. I think everybody in Laker Nation will too. I know you will, John.
Oh yeah.
So we're just gonna keep doing it, man. We're gonna keep doing it, and just this is ethics. This is life. These are good people. You see something bad happen on the streets, speak up. This is what's happening, bro. Something bad is happening on the streets.
Come
We're
on,
speaking
man.
up.
I like that analogy. I
We're
like
speaking
that,
up,
man. If you
dude.
see somebody, if
Yeah.
you see somebody getting robbed, if they well earned
Yeah,
money,
bro.
if they well earned deserved money, you should go up there and be
Hell
like, "Hey,
yeah.
stop robbing this man, man."
There's no way I'm gonna stay silent while these guys are trying to rob Luka
Hey,
Doncic.
Asaad, that
There
is
is
a
no
really
way.
good analogy. I actually
Hey,
love that.
let's keep it going, man. We're gonna keep them coming all week, bro.
That
Let's
is
keep them
great.
coming.
Okay,
Yes,
imagine you
sir.
just driving down the street, you see somebody getting robbed. That's what's going on with Luka. But all right, Asaad, let's get to our last segment of the show here, and
Yes,
that is
sir.
the rate your worry. I have some
Okay.
statements here, and then you let me know on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you're not worried at all, 10 being let's hit the panic button and you're extremely worried. But let's
Yeah.
go ahead and get into it, brother. First statement I got here for you is rate your worry about the Lakers defense heading into the playoffs.
I'm still an 8.
Okay. Okay. Do
Yeah.
you want to expound on that a little bit or just
Yeah, I'm very happy with the stretch. I love it. Keep it going. We got a defensive prodigy, Luka, defensive prodigy. Y'all know. But still an 8 because it's the most important priority for us in order to win.
yeah,
So
I agree.
it's still an 8 for me. I'm not saying that we're trending in a bad direction. I'm just saying that's how important on a scale of 1 through 10 defense right now. Like it was a 10 2 months ago.
I
It was an
agree.
11 2 months ago.
I
Right now it's
agree.
an 8. So let's bring it down to 6, 5, 6 going into the playoffs. Once we have that, it's never going to be a 1 until we have that Larry O'Brien.
And,
Let me just put it that way.
facts,
I'm never
facts.
going to pick it a 1 until we have a Larry O'Brien.
Facts. And I'm right there with you with an 8 as well, just because
Yeah.
of like, although Luka, is getting in shape, Luka's a much better defensive prodigy comparatively to what we've seen in the past. I still am worried about having a defensive backcourt of Luka and AR, or even when we go that, but or even just, I know Marcus Smart is great, but when we talk about like elite teams, right? Elite teams in the West usually have elite guards. They usually have elite backcourt guards. So
Burst.
right,
Burst.
exactly, like burst of speed, and we all
Yeah.
know, what happened to Luka. Come playoffs, he got when he was on the Mavs, he got really targeted. We all know what happened with AR and his playoffs history. He gets targeted on the defensive end. So, although we are playing much better defense as a team, and one thing I want to give JJ Redick credit for, and like shout out to you for mentioning that he should be coach of the year, is he has this team playing defense on a string. I feel like we don't have any like one particular good defender that's just like, oh, I'm gonna just sit here and clamp you up. Like Marcus Smart can play some good defense individually, but overall, this team is playing really good defense on a string. We're moving, we're sending really good help side, sending the doubles at the right time. I mean, you saw what we did to KD. KD couldn't stand the doubles we were sending his way, right? So
He was frustrated.
he was super frustrated. So I say all that to say that like Luka and AR, they don't make me feel too good as backcourt defenders. But our
Not at all,
defense,
dog.
and
Not at
Brian,
all,
not at
to be
all.
honest.
But
Not at
our
all.
our defense as a team makes me feel better. And then also another thing
Yeah.
I did want to mention is Hayes and Aiden, right? So I mean, we've seen Hayes get played off the
Oh,
court
those
last
are
year in
bursts. Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah.
That's I want to see. I know he's gotten better, but I want to see if he's going to get played off the court again. And then honestly, I don't even know what I'm going to get from Aiden. You don't even know from Aiden. It's night tonight. I have no idea if I'm going to get a good
You need one of
Aiden or
those
if
8 balls and shake it. You need one of
bro,
those
I
8
have
balls and
no
shake it. Like, what's
idea.
gonna happen today?
So that's
I mean,
why I'm worried about Aiden.
I agree with you, man. I agree with you 100%. And I want to say that's the thing is the burst is those pop players like LeBron who can come out of nowhere and stop a possession, stop a layup, or a dunk. Like technically, in my opinion, it's only him who we have right now. Adu is the one coming up who I think is going to be there.
Yeah.
Jackson is doing pretty good. DeAndre Ayton, obviously, it's a hit or miss, but he's still got that mindset. It's all falls down to mindset, in my opinion.
Real
It all
talk.
falls down. Like if you look at Jake LaRavia, one thing is I loved about Jake from day one, bro follows his shots. He follows his shots. He hustles. Bro, I've had really bad days on the court and I'm just running around, dude. I'm
Yeah.
just running around trying to make an impact. So do that. Literally do that. Just you don't need to be the hero of the day to make an impact, to get, positive TS. Like this is why, like, Marcus is coming at an age too where he can't burst the way he used to.
Yeah.
So the reason why I call him the defensive anchor is because he's DPOY, bro. It ain't easy to be a DPOY, especially if you're a small guy. Like,
Real
like
talk.
this DPOY is 7'8", 7'6" now, bro. So we got a defensive player of the year on the roster. Listen to him. Listen to him. This is what they did with Ron Artest, with Meta when he was on the Lakers. Listen to him. He's our defensive anchor. Respect the game, respect his accolade, learn from him. Because I promise you, the biggest thing, it's not going to be an action on the court. It's going to be his mindset. It's going to be his determination. Because you can't win an award like that, being that size, without a Kobe mentality. Like you got to have a really insane, like a hardcore mentality. So, the mental game, I think everybody's got physical capabilities on this squad, but and this is what the thing has been about DeAndre Ayton the whole season.
Yep.
It's the mental game. He's got it all. We've seen him drop 30 or 30-10 or 30-15 against Portland early in the season, I think. I don't know.
Yep.
He's got it. He's got it. So
He's
like
a number one overall
that's-
pick.
he's got it, bro. Like it's the mentality. So like literally mindset is the biggest thing. Because I mean, take it back to Detroit Pistons 2004, bro. Nobody ever thought they were gonna win us, but they had a crazy mindset, bro. Ben Wallace, he was crazy, it's I'm telling you, like mindset can really push things to the next limit. So, I just think the defensive focus is there right now. Keep building on it. Keep building on it. Marcus Smart's gonna come back. He's gonna feel more confident that his dudes are listening to, like his boys are like listening to him and really taking his, word for, like he's like now the Alex Caruso for this squad, like the Alex Caruso over there. So like those guys respect Caruso, even though he's not the hero of the game, and they're winning.
Yeah.
So if we kind of do the same, and Alex ain't a DPOY, I love you, Alex, but you chose the wrong people to be with. I'm playing. He's still the homie, but yeah, it's just, look, we got to fall in line with it. I mean, I just want to take it day by day, to be honest. Like, there's we're still a fresh new team, so like I think I don't know if he's gonna come back in the lineup. I'm gonna be at the South Bay Lakers game today, by the way, so I'll throw up some content from that. He's obviously, I don't think he's gonna play, but Bronny, we'll find out today when maybe Ryan Ward or somebody will post who's been reassigned. I'm sure that would be crazy if Bronny plays today, because that means he's played Wednesday in Indiana, he played Thursday in South Bay, Friday yesterday, and if he plays today, that's 4 games in a row. And he's not just coming in to close the games out. He's playing significant minutes.
Yes,
so
no, he literally was in the second quarter last night, and like the game before played almost the entire third. So now I hear you.
That's nuts. So if he plays tonight, man, I gotta say, Le Godfather, bro, you were an OG, man.
You are doing it. Longevity runs in that family.
Yeah, dude. It's I'm proud and happy to see it, man. I see his grandma, Mrs. James is there, and the whole family is there. I'm so happy that that they're having a blessed, beautiful life out here, and they're all putting on. So, it's just it's vibes are good, man. We love it.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
brother. Hell yeah. All right,
Yes.
brother. So let's get to the last couple. Rate your worries.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So as of today, brother, we are sitting in the third seed. So that means that if playoffs started today, we'd play the sixth seed, which is the Rockets. So rate your worry if we had to play the Rockets in the first round of this playoff. I'm right there with you. I'm not worried, man.
That's the ideal
That's the
matchup
ideal
right now that
matchup.
I'm looking at. That's the ideal matchup. If we could keep it. I'm just nervous, man. Shit is too tight. So like we might see Anthony Edwards or Denver.
Yep.
These guys are all dorks. My bad. So we might see them try to throw some games to get that to try to match up with us
To try
because
to
they're
match
gonna
up.
sell it short. Although I don't care, bro. Bring it. We'll see you guys, Minnesota, whoever you want.
Yeah.
Bring it, dude. I ain't scared of nobody. But if I want the easy way up, I'm gonna take Houston. That's going to be the easiest route because they're having internal problems. The
They're
best
having
team
a
to go
turn.
after is the one that's having.
And they
Yeah,
need a point guard, and Fred's not coming back. They need a
we
point
don't.
guard. Fred's not coming back. So honestly, I'm right there with you, brother. I'm not
Yeah,
worried at all. Houston to me is actually the ideal matchup, and then in
100.
the Timberwolves, and then I mean really trying to of course
Yeah,
avoid OKC and Spurs, but
yeah.
but truthfully to me, I and honestly I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm not one for like going out there and losing games, but I'm also for trying to position yourself in a way to where the matchups are
Mhm.
favorable for you. How do you feel about that? Because I know some people are like, "Fuck no, you go out, you win every game." So how do you feel about that?
Right now, this year, I don't care.
Mhm.
Bring it. I'll
I
face
like that.
OKC number one. I don't care because of all this. Basically, we've been so disrespected this year at this point that
Mhm.
I'm not gonna try to let anybody give us the conversation of a Disneyland Mickey Mouse ring. I ain't taking it, bro. You bring your best player, whoever, dig up whoever you want, dog. Bring them
Yeah.
over here. We will play them. Get the White Walkers from Game of Zones. I don't care, bro. Bring them here. We got Luka Doncic. We got the greatest basketball player in the world. We got LeBron James, who's arguably still the greatest basketball player in the world to half the
Right.
world, probably. I think he's gonna go down as the greatest contributor to the sport and one of the most respected, officially the GOAT. I mean, arguably the
He's a
GOAT,
go
man.
to me.
Even
He's
even
a
I
go to
even
me.
I debate with myself sometimes,
Yeah.
like if he's the GOAT or not, because it's just you can't disrespect everything he's put on the books. That's insane stuff. So I'll take anybody if I want to be smart and think of it like as a coaching staff member. I
Mhm.
want the Rockets. If I'm looking at it as a player, Luka, LeBron, I don't care. Bring whoever you want. Ideally, we want to have an easy way, but I do not want anybody to disrespect this, disrespect this playoff run, disrespect this ring, knock on wood. Like, I have full faith in the guys that can take down anybody. And like people don't realize this too. LeBron isn't he's smart, dog. He's probably doing 80%.
Yeah.
Maybe
100%.
you've seen a couple of plays where he's done 100%, but I promise you guys, this is
He's not
playoffs.
going all the way.
You're gonna see a whole new thing. Like this is we're talking about somebody who's really got like the mindset of Kobe and MJ now. He doesn't have to show it on his chest. He's got it in his head.
Yeah.
He wants that ring. He's got it in his head and he's going to do it without talking about it. So I'm excited, man. I'm ready for those playoff tickets to get loaded in my AXS app and we're going to be
Hey.
there, fam. You're going to be back in LA for one, right?
I'm coming back to LA for one,
I'll
brother.
see you, baby. I'll see
I
you.
need to. I've never been to a Laker playoff game, so I definitely
Oh,
need
no,
to
you're coming then. I'll
need to
see you.
come. Yes, sir,
I'll
brother.
see you.
And
I'll
then
send you the schedule. Yeah.
the last race you're worried, brother. You talked about it. You transitioned us perfectly. LeBron, right? You talk about LeBron not really going fully all the way right now, just fully yet.
Yeah.
Wanted to ask, like, rate your worry on LeBron's like health. I'm not saying he's been like in and out of injuries, but at the end of the day, he's 41, right? If a 21-year-old jumps up for a layup and falls on the ground, and a 41-year-old jumps up for a layup and falls on the ground, that's two totally different situations. So talk to me about like, do you have any worry? And I guess if so, where between 1 and 10 on like LeBron's health? Like, would you rather start resting LeBron to have him ready
Yeah.
to come playoffs, or would you rather ramp LeBron up come playoffs?
I'm going to let him make that decision.
I like that.
Nobody's going to know yourself better than you.
Like that.
So, I'm going to let him make that decision. I want to say JJ is probably the same. Obviously, it's obviously priority is going to be winning, so I'm not going to have him out there just because he wants to have fun, playing 48
Yeah.
minutes and shit. priority is winning, but I'm gonna, I'm gonna let him make that decision. We gotta. And that comes back to the respect of the game. I mean, they just showed that picture of JJ in college playing in bronze.
Right.
Like, you
That's
don't
crazy.
don't be talking to him like, hey, go check in and stuff like that. I'm gonna respect the game. I'm gonna respect Braun. I'm gonna ask him how you feeling, what you want to do. Let him decide because he knows his body the best. I'm gonna say I'm a little younger than Braun, and even myself, I hooped this morning a little bit.
Mhm.
It's you got to at an age where your body is not regenerating the way it used to. Your body is starting to not regenerate the way it used to in your late 30s, I think.
Mhm.
So he's just got to be mindful. But I think I mean, he's got a team around him. He's got a lot of good people around him. He's got a great head. He knows it. I think, I'm not worried about it. I want to say, God forbid, I am worried about an injury. God forbid somebody does something stupid. Like yesterday, there
Yeah,
was a play where somebody, I don't know what he did, but Braun was on the floor, and
I've
I
seen
was
that.
worried. That's what I'm more worried about than Braun doing something to himself.
I
I
like
don't
that.
think Braun's gonna do something to himself where we're gonna be like, oh no, like I don't think he's knock on wood, God forbid, I don't think he's gonna pop an Achilles or nothing like that. He's not gonna do nothing to himself. He knows his body too well. He knows how to get there. But I am worried about these other, these dorks out there trying to, take people out, talk about take knees out and stuff like that.
Real
That's
talk.
what I'm more worried about. So, these next few games, if anything, I just want JJ to be mindful about Luka and Braun to make sure, God forbid, there's no, Lou Dort out there that's gonna,
Right.
do something to try to help their team, win their chip. So that's more of my concern going into the next few games. Obviously, we know who the culprits are,
Mhm.
so I'm not worried about playing the Cavs and stuff, but that's where I think the coaching staff's mindsets needs to be, is to make sure, like, the health wise, is to make sure to put them in a bubble in a way that we go into the playoffs exactly how we look today, exactly how we are, if not better. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, yeah,
Yes, sir. Man, Asaad, I
yeah.
appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you for
Nah,
giving us your insights, giving us your time.
great show, man.
I know we went over a little bit, brother. So I really, really
Nah,
appreciate you. And for everybody out there listening, man, please do go check out Asaad on Instagram. I'm gonna drop all this stuff in the description down below. It's the Laker Banker. But Asaad, I do want to give you the platform. Do you want to give any shout out or anything before we get on here, brother?
yo, man, shout out you first and foremost, John, Dean, Malcolm, Lakers University, all my guys, Laker Nation, all the fans, bro. Love everybody. We're having a great year, man. Everybody who it doesn't just start talking trash after one loss and
Right.
goes crazy, who's positive, productive, knows how hard these people work. These are people, man. Like, they're people. They're just like us. They go to work, they do their thing. So, treat them with respect. Like, basketball gods are gonna favor us if you do that. We can all be fans and stuff like that. It's cool and fun and games, but right now at this point, there's a lot on the line for the city, for Luka. We want to let the world, we want to let the entire world know that the basketball god sent Luka to Los Angeles for a reason. He's going to be the face of the league. He's going to be the most recognized. He's going to get his flowers here. Unfortunately, I wish it would happen in Dallas, but it's just not that big of a market. They're middle market, but this is probably the most important thing for us, for all of us. Every Laker fan is we want Luka MVP. We want Braun to get a ring. And yeah, we
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 want to
want to
pass
be
the
up there where
Celtics.
we belong.
We just want to pass the Celtics. I'm gonna say, I say you
Oh,
said
hell
every
yeah, hell yeah.
you,
No,
you
I
said
hate that they got the
everything.
17. We got 7. They got 18 on theirs
They got
now,
18.
man.
So we want to,
That gold,
so not
yeah.
only is Luca coming to be the face of the league, but Luca's also coming to make
Yeah.
destiny happen and make us pass the Celtics because those are the bad guys and we're the good
Oh,
guys.
yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't. I think quite a few people have actually predicted Lakers versus Celtics for the finals.
I
I
like that.
wouldn't. I would like to see that.
I
I
love
wouldn't mind not. I wouldn't mind seeing that, but that'll be fire for sure. And to get to tie them, for the championship, to do that, that'll be pretty fire. So yeah, bring anybody, man. NBA, PA, PR, communications, all y'all. Y'all,
NBA,
you,
college basketball. I don't care who
Ramona,
you
hey
are.
DB, my guy Shums too, from I see you, Yalima Shums. But I know Shums, you better be voting for Luca, bro. I'm gonna see you in crypto, bro. But yeah, but nah, this was
Man,
fun so much, John. Thank you so much, baby. I
absolutely, brother.
appreciate you and everybody.
Absolutely, brother. I appreciate you. And yeah, once again, everybody, make sure you guys go check out Asaad, the Laker Banker on Instagram, and make sure you guys check out Lakers Corner, subscribe. And for now, we
Shop
out
on
of here.
that.
Yeah.
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 See
Come
y'all
on,
later,
man.
baby.
Yes,
Have a
sir.
good one, baby.
Peace.
Have a blessed weekend.